lives today. Another wild story in a crazy way. Gossip nights and endless chats. We're taking turns with heartfelt laughs. Yeah, it's a world where secrets spill. Best friends ride on every thrill. From late night talks to morning cheers, we got each other year after year. Girl, did you hear that wild thing? We got stories that'll make you sing. From heartbreaks to dreams so clear. It's the podcast song for friends who cheer.
Hey guys, welcome to Girl Did You Hear? I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jessica.
Today, I believe we are on episode 19 or 20.
We are right there.
We're like, I wanted to look beforehand. I'm pretty sure it's 19 or 20.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for sticking around along with us on this journey. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. I am Kristen. I'm not sure if I said that already. If I did, it's fine. And my lovely friend here.
I'm Jessica,
the bestie.
of course.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time, but it's only been like 2 weeks.
Dude, it's a tiny eternity when like time passes without
and I'm like, how did I go like
seeing
weeks
your face?
without seeing you when we were in Florida?
Wild. It was a little bit of a struggle, I have to admit.
It was.
Yeah.
We talked a lot.
We did.
All the time. I mean, we
We
always
still do.
We
Like
still
I like
do.
the fact that that's kind of carried over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas like now that I'm back, it's like, okay, I don't have to like talk all the time. Like we still text pretty regularly.
Pretty frequently. I love it.
So what have you been doing the last couple weeks?
Let's see. It's been really nothing but like, so it's the holidays. Right? So it's nothing but like Christmas parties and events and seeing people and
Being social.
How's
it going for my little introvert?
It's going great. I've been doing okay. I'm surviving.
Yay!
It's been great. We had like a great Christmas party at the dealership that I work at. That was really put on very well. Enjoyed it. They handed out prizes and stuff.
Oh, fun.
I
always loved that from
really
Subaru.
neat Yeti cooler. Top prize here. And then, of course, we went to my husband's Christmas party back at Yukon Axe.
How was that?
It was great. I did terrible.
Oh,
I know.
Man. That sucks.
I don't know if I wasn't wearing the right shoes or what, but no, I didn't do terrible. I just wasn't, I don't know. I felt like I did way better
when you and I
when
went.
we were filming than versus like
Was
what
there
I was
a lot
doing.
of people there? Was it like a lot going on?
Well, yeah, it was everybody from my husband's workplace.
Yeah.
So
how many people do you think was there? Did you guys like rent out like the whole place just for you?
No, it was like 2 tables. So we had
cool.
4 lanes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a decent amount of people
Yeah,
there.
that's a lot.
Yeah. And played a couple different games. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
So doing a lot more golfing. We're preparing ourselves for a
You're
trip.
getting ready?
Yeah, for a trip outside of Colorado to go golfing in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ooh. What prompted that trip?
Well, we're both kind of itching for just a day off, something to do.
A little getaway somewhere.
Yeah,
Different scenery.
Just a different venue, somewhere warmer. I mean, we were looking at the temperature differences between when we're going to be there and what the temperature is going to be like here. And it's like a 30-degree temperature
it's probably
difference.
like, what, 70s in Arizona
Yeah,
right now?
it's going to be like 60, like 70, and it's going to be 45 here.
You know, like Phoenix is where I grew up.
Is that your hometown?
My hometown.
That's your hood.
That's awesome. It's always like it's very nostalgic,
Right.
Whenever I like go back there,
Oh, I bet.
but I'm also like, ugh, it's so cringy at the same time. To me.
Why?
Just because, like, I don't know, it's just like when you grow up,
You
in a
kind of have
place-
some like memories there.
yeah, there's a lot of like bad memories that
Mhm.
come from Arizona.
That makes sense.
Like when I left, I kind of felt like I left a lot there. If that makes sense.
That does make sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like that's just gonna stay there.
We left that stuff there, and
it's
we're
there.
not coming back for it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So like when I
yeah.
go back and visit, or like if I have to like make a trip there for something, I'm always like
kind of
ugh.
on edge.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But when I am there, like I'm always like, oh, it's so pretty here. It is
I'm
so
excited.
pretty.
I'm
Have you ever
excited.
been to Arizona before?
I've not stayed in Phoenix. No.
But you've been to Arizona.
Yeah. I
What
mean,
part?
No, no, I guess I haven't stayed in Arizona.
It's a yes or no question.
Well, because I think I get, maybe I don't know my geography all that well. And I was thinking of New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So no, I have not been in Arizona.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Arizona's really pretty. Like Phoenix is like, like picture like downtown Denver, but with like mountains like all around.
So it's in a valley.
Kind of, yeah.
Huh.
But obviously they're not like huge mountains
No,
like
no,
ours.
it's okay.
But like
Yeah.
there's mountains all around. So like
That's going to throw you off.
yeah.
Weird.
But it's really pretty there.
I'm
It is
excited
really
to go.
pretty.
I'm really
I'm
excited.
excited to hear about your experience there.
Yeah, it's like we're going to a pro course. I'm a little nervous
Oh,
because
shit.
I try to be good at golf. I'm not. It's just that simple.
You're not good yet.
Well, I know, but this is what the practice is for because
Exactly.
we've been doing a lot of like driving ranges. I really enjoy Topgolf, so we've been going there a lot.
Nice.
So, I mean, practice. But it's like, man, I'm moving muscles that need to be moved more often.
That's fair. Isn't it weird, like when you are like learning a new sport or a new something?
Like you're getting back into a different set of movements. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, what are those muscles? I didn't know those were a thing.
Yeah, it's like it's the rotation in my hips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, I do not do that every day.
You're like, oh, there's muscles there.
I can feel that.
All right, here we go.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the course because I'm sure it's gorgeous.
I'm sure it is. What's the name of it? Not that I would know, but
the golf course is called Lookout Mountain.
Okay.
And we're staying in, I think it's like Tapatio Cliffs. It's a Hilton resort. So there's like a little spa and like water features and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure about pools in Arizona in December, but
I mean, there's pools everywhere in Arizona, but I'm pretty sure they're open at resorts year round.
what? That's wild to me.
Pretty sure they are.
That makes no sense. So bring your swimsuit is what you're saying.
Definitely.
Why?
Because if they have a pool, they're probably, or if it's like a spa or like a fancy resort, they're gonna have a hot tub at least.
Yeah, that's true.
So if the pool is too cold, then hot
You
tub
have
it
that.
up.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Always bring a
You have
swimsuit when
convinced
you
me.
go
I
on
know, right?
vacation.
Since we were 6. We were always picking hotels with pools. Well, at least you
Yes.
tried to convince your parents too.
Always.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if the hot tub is there, bonus.
Yeah, that's true.
They have a lot of really cool little like resorts in Arizona. There was this one called Camelback Inn. I'm pretty sure is what it was called, and it was near like Camelback Mountain, and we would go there every Easter to this like resort because they had this amazing brunch buffet.
Yeah, I bet.
And we would go, and they also had a pool, and you could just like chill for the day. And they had like a spa, and like my mom would go get like whatever done.
Yeah,
and,
that's
like,
what we're trying to set up.
our like family friend that we would always go with, like us kids would just like be playing and swimming and like eating, and it was just an amazing time.
What a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fun. Anything else you guys been up to?
Let's see. No, not really.
No.
I mean, just gearing up for, Christmas parties and
Do you have
Christmas
any
Eve
I
and
know.
Christmas Day and then
the big day?
yeah.
Do you have any more parties you have to go to?
We do have another Christmas party that's being put on by a friend.
Nice.
And then I think that's it until like the family celebration get together on Christmas Eve.
Nice. We have been pretty low key. We've like been hiding in our
Well, I mean, you
home.
just got warped back into Colorado from Florida,
know.
so I can't
It's
imagine.
cold.
Yeah, you're just readjusting to things.
Working, getting back on track with a lot of things. Over the weekend though, I did shoot this really cool event that my friend put on.
Tell me more about it.
Her name's Amber, and she was the singer in my band. And for the last few years, she's put on. Let me give you a little bit of context. She's also like a pole dancer and like does like the aerial silks and like a lot of those like artsy type. I don't want to say circusy, but
I get what you're saying. That's really cool.
not thinking of the correct word.
Right.
Aerialists,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Anyway, she does all of that, and she's phenomenal at it. She teaches it. But she puts on these like burlesque type shows that involve that, and they're always like holiday themed, like around Christmas time. And this one was called the Naughty North Pole Show.
Oh, how fun.
And it was so fun. And it was narrated by this guy named Zara. And he called it, instead of like Merry Christmas, it was like Merry Dickmas. And all these like fun little puns in there, like through like the Christmas story that he was telling, like as they were like changing over sets. So it was really entertaining. She did an amazing job. I know what it's like to put on events like that, and for her to do it, you know, I mean, she had people helping her, obviously,
of course, right?
But like she was like the brains behind it all, and kudos to you. Good job, girl. But I got to film that event, which was really fun to do. So I got to do that, and then that was like the extent. That was like the highlight of my last 2 weeks. Like that was like the biggest event that I did outside of the house.
Nice.
Other than like going to pick up groceries, or that's about it.
So when you pick up groceries, are you like picking it from the store and then going and getting it?
Yes.
Nice.
Also, so I want you to know I did an experiment on Instacart and the grocery pickup. Okay. So, you know, because you can order grocery pickup through King Soopers, like through the app itself, or you can order, you know, through Instacart delivery. Right. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to order through the app and then just pick up, do like the grocery pickup. Yeah. I'll go there. They can bring it to me, which is fine. When you do that, I've noticed I end up saving more money only because when you use Instacart for delivery, you can't use like all the coupons that are available to you.
Oh yeah, through the King Soopers app, you can use the King Soopers coupons.
Yes, like the digital coupons. And I didn't know that or realize that. And so the other night I was making like a small order. I had a really bad headache, but I needed to like get some stuff, and I was like, I do not want to go to the store or even leave the house or do anything. So I was like, I'm ordering. So I ordered. It was like $175 worth of stuff, and I had it in the King Soopers app. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do delivery through their app, because if you do delivery through King Soopers, they'll third party it through Instacart, or you can pay like an extra like $6 and have like King Soopers deliver it
for you
to you, whatever. And I was like, well, I already have Instacart, and I already pay for the Instacart delivery like service fee,
right?
Like the monthly fee, so I don't have to pay the fee every time, type of thing, like DoorDash, you know?
Right.
And so I was like, okay, now's the perfect chance for me to see what the comparison for delivery items are between King Soopers and Instacart. So I added everything in the Instacart. It was like a whole process.
Yeah, no, you redid the list.
I redid the list, added it all in Instacart, and it was like $45 to $55 more.
No way.
On Instacart, because I wasn't able to get the coupons.
Right.
Even if I chose Instacart delivery through the King Soopers app, paying the extra $10 that they charge you to go third party through King Soopers delivery, even paying that fee, it was still cheaper.
Wow.
Than going through actual Instacart for the delivery. And I was like, all right.
Well, that makes sense. Well, it's great that you have that option here, because I can see how Instacart would be more convenient as to where you were, where
and like
it's a lot more remote.
Yeah, definitely. I feel silly sometimes using Instacart because the freaking store is like right there, but damn, it is so convenient.
Well, and it's like
way too convenient.
You've just built not like a habit of using it, but that was like your resource. So I get why you're like, this is really nice. Well, and I mean, and I also would love to have people bring my groceries to my door.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it sucks because the people like pick out shitty produce. But luckily, I've been lucky. Except for recently.
And your Spongey Strawberries.
Dude.
Tell me, tell us
Okay.
about your Spongey Strawberries.
First of all, let me get situated here. Hold on, I need a drink.
She's got to settle in for this one.
Tell them about the rubber fruit.
So on the socials, I found that there's a lot of people cutting into things like avocados and watermelons and things like that.
I saw like a banana
and then
one.
like bending them and just being like, see, these are fake. This is rubber. Like these aren't real. And they're like, where is this produce coming from? And everybody from different pockets of the media was finding these rubber fruits. So I personally have not experienced a rubber fruit.
So yesterday I was making a cake that required strawberries, and I was cutting them up. And I had strawberries from Safeway, 2 packages from Safeway, and 1 from King Soopers. They were 2 different brands. And the ones from Safeway looked really good. Like, they were like red. They were really nice, like looking strawberries. I was like, oh, great. And I'm cutting into them, and like some of them are great. And then like I started cutting into like a few of them, and like as I'm like slicing them up into like thin slices, they're like squishing down. Like the knife was like
weird.
It was not a dull, like, it's like I was cutting with a freaking butter knife.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, but that's what it was like doing.
But even if you were to cut a strawberry with a butter knife, it should still respond in a very
it was
firm,
not like
similar fashion.
It was like a sponge, dude. I felt like I was trying to cut a sponge, a couple of them, and I was like,
they will go.
I was like, these are weird. I just like set those ones aside and kind of like just picked out the ones that like cut well. But that's what made me think of that. And I was like, what is wrong with our food? Like, what is happening to our food, actually?
I don't know. I think it's a matter of like supply and demand. We're trying so hard to create all of this product for all of these people, and we're just kind of cutting corners and getting subpar product.
But if we're doing that, then like, why is the regulations just so like freely out there? Like,
I don't know.
I feel like there should be, in, you know, whatever. I'm sure this is like a big complaint from a lot of people,
right,
you know, but the rubber fruits and the spongy strawberries made me like do a little bit of like research on like, why is America's food so different than like Europe's food?
Right.
Because I see a lot of comparisons of our foods to other countries, specifically Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why is this happening? Like, what's going on? Because I didn't really know. But like, obviously, you know, America runs the FDA, and then the USDA. But Europe has what's called the EFSA, which is like their regulatory, you know, system for foods. But they're not like a federal organization. But they basically, their organization requires them to, like, the additives to be proven safe before they're put into foods, whereas America doesn't. They're like, whatever, you can just put whatever you want in there, and then if it causes harm later, then we'll look at the statistics and see if it needs to come, you know, be taken out.
Right.
Like, America's more reactive to it, and I'm like, what?
That's wild.
Like, that's insane, but like, why? And I have not found like the reason why. Like, what is the purpose, you know, for us to be so reactive? Because in my brain, it's like, okay, well, if other countries like have additives and preservatives and certain chemicals that are illegal, like they've deemed illegal to put into their foods.
Yeah, why is it okay in America but not okay in Europe?
Why is America not taking their proof, since they have to have that over there? Why is America not looking at that and also like following suit into that?
Because it costs money. It costs money to take those products out of things, because you think of all the things that product is in, like what we were talking about, what it was like red dye 40 or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember. And then the alternative for it in the European countries is a natural occurring, I can't remember what it's called, but it starts with an A and it's got some super long, but it like,
fancy
that's how they,
word.
Yeah, that's how they dye food red over there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they use that over here too. Like, that product, the alternative exists here as well.
Right.
We just don't use it as the standard.
It just blows my mind that things like that can be so different. And like, I'm not trying to say that I don't enjoy living in a free country and all of that, but at the same time, like, with our food and like healthcare, I just feel like we get the shit end of the stick. You know what I mean? In comparison to how other countries do things for their, you know, people. For their people of the land.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they also have, you know, some setbacks and some different adversities that we don't have to handle. And I mean,
and that's
it's hard because it's a very
line.
like a very thin edge to ride, because it's like you don't want to push yourself one way or another.
No. But I don't think that having quality food is that adverse. Should be that difficult to have in this day and age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, have you ever bought a pack of cigarettes like outside of the country? Like,
I have not.
They use like pictures of like fetuses and stuff on the box of cigarettes.
I've seen
like
those packages.
They go like full guerrilla marketing. This is going to give you cancer.
Dude,
but like when you buy that stuff here, there's none of that.
No.
It is pretty packaging. It's clean. It's like
they don't even the packaging out here. They don't have to put all of the things on
all
there.
the warnings on them. No,
it's if you can.
Like if you can
optional.
stop, you should.
Optional. I saw a video the other day that was, you know, the drumstick candies.
Yeah.
Come on. Which I love those actually, but someone posted a video basically saying that it's not real ice cream because when you leave it out, it doesn't melt.
Interesting.
And so they took one and they left it out overnight and it didn't fucking melt. And they like cut it in half, like the little ice cream head on top. They cut it in half and left it out overnight, and it was just there still the next morning. And I want to buy a box to do an experiment.
You should,
because also they pointed out like on the box and like the ingredients, it doesn't specify that there's like real ice cream
in there,
or that it is made with ice cream or made with real ice cream. It just says vanilla.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
That also made me think about the whole food thing. Like, come on. Why are you messing with the ice cream?
It's just cheaper.
It makes me so upset.
Well, I mean, and how upset has it really made you? Because you're still going to buy a box. You're
going to buy a box
with
to do
one out of the 6,
experiment.
but you're still going to eat the other 5.
I won't.
You won't.
If it does that,
so the rest of your house will eat the other 5.
They probably will.
Because they
I'll
don't
probably
care.
Throw it away.
And
actually.
That's the reason why that stuff exists.
I know, but like, Jesus, man. Like,
So like you want to go full granola. I feel you, sis.
No, but like this is why I wish eating in general was optional for humans. Because we wouldn't have to freaking worry about it.
Oh my goodness. All right, there's that.
Just saying.
Second of all,
like I just don't understand why it has to be this way.
Right. Well,
you know, and like that shit just pisses me off.
Why aren't other people taking care of us?
It makes me like, if there's people, we're all out there willing to buy food.
Right.
Like we're paying up the ass for money already as it is for food. At least give us some good freaking food.
Right. Give us stuff so that we can
give us
sustain
stuff that's
ourselves.
Not going to maybe kill us or give us cancer or I'm not sure if those preservatives are good for you, but we'll find out in 10 years or so.
We'll
when
do
you're
the studies
dead.
Later. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're
for the next few generations, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like we're just like the test dummies for everything. I just feel like as a society, like it is just backwards.
Like that's
like I just don't
that stuff you think should be a safety concern isn't.
Right. Like things as much as it should be a safety concern as Americans because I see almost every time I open Google on my phone a new recall on food almost on a daily basis.
Right.
So obviously there's an issue.
You have to think about how much food we're making. Like we're feeding so many people.
Yes,
and then,
we are.
There's a lot of stuff that just gets it's a matter of numbers, right? So you're creating all of this food for the masses and most of this product is good, but you know that maybe some of it isn't 100%. And that's the rule of error, right? But the reason, I appreciate the fact that they're telling us that this product is garbage and that they need to get it back from us so that they can give us good stuff. Like I appreciate that they're looking out for us. To
an extent.
In a way, yeah, but like how much responsibility can they really truly have? Like, we can't make them 100% accountable because nothing is 100%.
Of course not.
But
But
it's your choice to buy those foods with that stuff in it because there are alternatives.
I know, but the alternatives are slim pickings with anything.
Well, I mean, that's what created stores like
Whole Foods
and Erewhon and like all of these really expensive, super supreme, whole, complete products that aren't using a bunch of other crazy stuffs. And I mean, there's a whole market for that.
Yeah.
But you pay to play that game.
You do. I mean, how much more is a gallon of milk or a carton of eggs at one of those places versus King Supers?
You know, I'm preservative and proud because I don't know. I don't shop there.
I'm not saying I'm gonna go vegan and granola.
Like holistic, yeah.
I can't do that. Like, I just don't have the appetite or like the stomach or the like taste buds for a lot of those types of foods.
Mm-hmm.
But there still is no reason why I should be worried about my freaking strawberries
being spongy.
Yeah, or like when you buy
rubber.
produce that is coming from your, supposed Colorado local farmer, and I'm getting spongy strawberries. Like, what are you putting on there?
Yeah, how are you growing these strawberries?
What's going on?
Right.
I just don't get it, and it's just one of those things that
Well,
drives me insane.
It makes it tough because you want to trust something. You want to trust.
Yeah, and it's like as I'm spending hundreds of dollars at the grocery store, like all other Americans, on a weekly or bi-weekly basis on shit ass food that's killing us, literally.
Well,
We're spending money on food and consuming it, and it's killing all of us.
something's gonna get you.
I mean, yes, something is going to get us. And whatever, if it ends up being the food and you get some weird disease from the food or whatever, like, it is what it is. But it's like we've evolved so much as a country and like as like people in general. I just feel like those things should also be evolving and changing for the better, not getting worse.
Right. Well, and I mean,
and over time it's gotten worse.
There's a lot of things that have been in that deficiency that need, I mean, like you brought it up, like medicine, for Pete's sake. Like, we've only just begun to understand the female anatomy as of how many years ago? Like, let's be real. So I get it. There's a demand for that everywhere. Like, we need things to, as you said, evolve with us, but that costs money. People don't want to spend it.
Yeah, but they're spending money on everything else that doesn't matter. They're spending money on things to evolve other things at a faster rate that could easily wait a few freaking years.
Right. They're not focusing on the right stuff.
Yeah, in my opinion. Like, that is completely my opinion. Like, people are throwing billions of dollars at freaking robots and fucking electric cars and all this stupid ass shit when they could be putting it in better useful ways to evolve, our food system so that we're not just getting tainted food all the time.
Right.
Like, hold people accountable. That's like, what are all these people eating?
Yeah. Or like how they're taking care of turkeys. Did you hear that right around Thanksgiving?
Yes.
It hits this nail right back on the head because it's like the animals aren't properly treated before they're processed.
And that's sad.
Yeah. Well, but like, again, it goes back to that supply and demand.
Yeah. And
the bottom dollar. It's tough.
Back to that.
It's always money.
It's always money. It's the root of all evil, bro. It's the root of all evil.
You need it to change things and people don't want to give it up.
No, but they're willing to throw money at things that change.
They think is serious.
Yeah, that don't change anything or don't better the overall human race or the country or the world in any way.
Well, just sounds like the wrong people have a lot of money.
Oh.
Ding
ding.
Seriously.
Yeah. There's the light bulb. No, I totally agree with that. It just sucks, like, being, a lonely, like, little civilian, like, having, like, these types of, like, realizations.
Just a tiny cog in this gigantic process.
Yeah, because, like, no one, like, at the end of the day, these higher up people, they don't give a shit about us. And it sucks, which is why I think so many people are turning to trying to, get their own chickens so they can have their own eggs or whatever.
Like
you know,
homesteading.
they're trying to do like more homestead stuff, which is a lot of work.
It is.
It is a lot of work.
I mean, I grow a little
Like that
home
alone.
garden every year, and dude, let me tell you, I've killed more things in that garden than I've eaten.
But your garden is impressive.
It's there every year.
I will tell. It's impressive.
I like it, but it's hard. I mean, and even that's just one tiny corner of it. Like I'm not making enough food to sustain myself. I only make enough food for salsa and salad sort of thing. So really it's just to sustain me for a couple months. Like I can't imagine what it'd be like to upscale that to something to where I'm growing throughout the year and I'm preserving things and I'm making sure that I have enough for X amount of days, dude. That's I can't I can't do that and handle 9 to 5. Like that is your 9 to 5.
Yes, dude. Like you couldn't do anything else, I don't think. Because that would require so much time and like effort and
just physical energy.
Yeah. Because like planning out, like I wouldn't even know how to cook a whole meal. And this sounds so ridiculous. Like I do. I could figure it out. But like if you had to grow or create a whole meal with things you had to grow.
Yeah, from scratch.
Would you know what to do?
Well, it depends on the ingredients you had available to you, right?
I guess.
Like, I mean, if you had the basics of like your flour, sugar, salts,
right,
things like that, and then you had, you know, your root vegetables, carrots, cabbages, things like that you are a little hardier that you got to hold on to. But like as the season ends, and so this is probably a little bit of the problem with your strawberries, like as you get closer to the colder months, your fresh stash depletes and then you start dipping into the things you had to preserve and your meals get a little more lackluster and the sun stops shining all day. And so it just gets, I mean, it's wild to me because it's like you want all these fresh ingredients and we're spoiled now because now we can just go to the store and get all these fresh ingredients all the time.
But
like,
they don't even last
but they're
a long
not
time.
Good stuff. Yeah, we did an experiment last year with bread and had like the store-bought bread was lasting weeks, like longer than it should.
Longer than like the
so it makes you wonder what's in there, right? Because you'd pick it up and it wouldn't be moldy. You'd be like, where's the
You're like, is the bread good
I mean,
still?
you hold it up to the sun, you present it to the aboves, and you're like, yeah, they give it. So like it's
You're
and
like,
then
it's fine.
you make homemade bread. And it's gone in 7 days. It turns by like day 6. It's clearly the ingredients are expiring.
Yes.
So what is happening in everyday sandwich bread that doesn't happen?
See? That's what I'm saying. You know what I discovered the other day? Not the other day, but a couple weeks ago. And I didn't know that Pillsbury made this. The little Pillsbury French bread dough things. The like little pre-made dough things. Have you ever made one of those before?
Yeah.
They're so yummy.
They are. And it's so easy.
It is. I love like fresh.
Yeah, it's like a little
bread.
baguette. Yeah.
Yes, and it's like perfect. You just reminded me of that because we were talking about bread. I was like, ooh, yeah. I made some of it last night, and I was like, I wonder if Jessica knows about these little things because I never noticed them at the store before until one day I was at the store. I was actually inside the store.
I'm so proud.
And I was like looking at everything. So I was like, I haven't been in the store in a while. Let me go check it out.
It's kind of fun to like see all the new stuff.
And I was
they also make like a pull apart. They make like a garlic butter one and a monkey bread one.
I saw that.
I want to try those.
I did see that. It is okay going to the store sometimes.
Well, I mean, and you have the availability to hit it in an hour that not a lot of people are there.
That's true. Because I can go like in the middle of the day.
Yeah, you can go at like
right in
10
the morning.
a.m.
Yeah. Nobody's there.
Right.
Everybody's at work still. No one's getting out of work early yet.
Yeah.
They're still there.
I mean, the kids are in school. Everybody's at work. There are some people out, but not a lot. I
am going to sum up and say that I think that the grocery stores and the food administration, it's all a conspiracy.
Oh. Yeah, well, sounds like it.
Which is going to lead into our next topic. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Next episode.
Oh, man. Get excited.
Have you heard of the drones?
The drones from New Jersey?
The drones from New Jersey. We're going to talk about it on next episode.
I love this for us.
Do you have anything else you want to add on my rant about? Sorry, that took up like the whole episode.
That was not the whole episode. I at least said like 5 words.
I'm sorry. You can talk
No,
more
no,
on the
no,
next
no,
one.
no. We like it this way.
No.
Anyways, no, I'm good.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe down below. One of these sides. We'll catch you next week.
See ya.
Bye.